It's not every day that you get to witness a clash of titans to heroes. It's bearing the symbol of hope, each carrying the legacy of Krypton, and each in their own way, a paragon. But to really understand Supergirl versus Power Girl, you have to start at the beginning twice. Because Supergirl and Power Girl are, in a way, two sides of the same coin. Both are Kara Zor-El, the cousin of Superman, sent from Krypton in the twilight of its destruction. But what makes their rivalry, or occasional alliance, so compelling isn't just their similar origins, it's how different their worlds and their selves turned out to be. First, there's Supergirl, the original. In most continuities, she arrives on Earth after years spent in suspended animation, destined to grow up in the shadow of her cousin Superman. She's younger, optimistic, and constantly fighting to carve out a heroic identity independent of her famous family member. On Earth, she becomes a beacon sometimes underestimated, sometimes overwhelmed, but always intent on doing the right thing. From her time mentoring the next generation of heroes to fighting alongside the Justice League, Supergirl thrives in the heart of the action. Her suit sky blue, capped with a red skirt, the S-shield boldly across her chest, is almost always adorned with hope. Enter Power Girl. It sounds simple to say she's another version of Supergirl, but the differences run much deeper. Power Girl is Kara Zor-El. The first time these two meet, it isn't with fists. Before they clash, they see the reflection of themselves in each other literally, but also emotionally. Power Girl, intense and wary, regards Supergirl with a skepticism born from decades of navigating betrayal and disappointment. Supergirl, hopeful but insecure, sees Power Girl's confidence and wonders if this is her possible future. But eventually, as these stories go, tempers flare. Maybe it's the influence of a supervillain. Maybe a misunderstanding spun out of the tangled web of multiverse hopping. Or maybe it's just the simple, universal urge to prove oneself. The battle begins in the skies above Metropolis. Supergirl is quick, agile fighting to subdue, to prevent harm, to reach understanding. Power Girl is measured, but forceful.
Ow.
Every blow calculated, every parry designed, not just for defense, but to teach. The impact of their blows shatters windows blocks away, sends shockwaves through the city streets, and draws the inevitable crowd. Phones raised, hopeful to capture a modern myth in action. They fly, clash, and the resonance of their Kryptonian powers heat vision. Super speed strength looks almost like choreography. To the crowd, it might look like a grudge match, but to them, it's become something else. A conversation. Supergirl is desperate to be acknowledged, to show she's not just a sidekick or a legacy. Power Girl, recognizing her own pain in Supergirl's struggle, pushes harder not out of anger, but to force Kara to face what Power Girl has already learned. As the fight rages on, it becomes clear that this isn't about victory. Instead, it's about testing limits and forging respect. Eventually, fatigue physical, but mostly emotional wins out. Power Girl, breathing hard, lowers her fists. "You don't have to prove yourself to me," she says. Supergirl, bruised but smiling, understands. "Maybe not," she replies, "but maybe I had to prove it to myself." With that, the tension breaks. They help each other up, sharing a silent moment that only Kryptonian exiles can understand. The crowd disperses, half relieved and half disappointed. The legends themselves, Supergirl and Power Girl, walk away, not as rivals or adversaries, but as peers, as family. And so, the story of Supergirl versus Power Girl is less about one besting the other, more about discovering the strength it takes to accept oneself in all timelines, all possibilities. Heroes, both lost, both found, always fighting, but in the end, always together.